this type of treatment coming from the warehouse. Really, Deon, nothing short of a third grader? Really?
Lonice, your behavior this series, this finals, is absolutely horrible. Okay, it's immature. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Really?
It's downright disrespectful in Stephen A. Smith.
How's it disrespectful? How's it disrespectful?
So disrespectful. So much.
What exactly did I do and or say that would lead you to feel as if you were under attack for some reason? I know not what to speak of, Deon. I just want to ask this. I would love to ask this. Prev, Lonice, why do so many people dislike LeBron James? That's really what I want to know. Before you get into it,
I need my block of time for this one.
Okay, but before you get into it, I'm gonna congratulate Spurs because the Heat, that's my team. They were a superior team, period. Point blank. That's it. Nothing else. So why do people really dislike LeBron?
Me.
Prev. Yes, Prev. I see your hand.
Prev.
Lonice, you go to the principal office.
Really? Okay, come on, man.
I'll write you a referral right now.
You feel like I've been beating you with something on the schoolyard, man.
Hey, look, where the referrals at, Prev? I'm gonna get one out for her right now. Right.
Not the paddle.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Prev, what you got?
Let me say, I am no fan.
Wow.
But here's the thing. I've had issue not so much with him until the decision. It was hold on. It was the hype from the media going back when he was 16 years old in nationally televised basketball game. Now that's not on the kid at the time. Like a lot of people, I had a problem with the decision. I did not see the need to have a public spectacle. No, seriously.
Okay.
And here's the thing. People can say what they want to say. But that dude knew a year in advance he was not going back to Cleveland. Why drag it out? Why let Mike Brown twist in the wind? Why watch him get fired and not say nothing? Why not tell the team, man, look, I ain't going to be here crazy. Let's work something out. Why didn't he do any of that? Because he was soaking up all that hype and that attention and the ESPN sensationalism of it. And I got a problem with that. I do. And you know what? I mean, and here's the thing, because I know we're going to get back on this later. The show itself, that was my big issue. The fallout with the whole welcome party and the big three. You know what? I didn't care about the team building thing. I didn't care about guys. I do not care about guys buddying up and all that. And like I said, I know we're going to talk about it a little later. But I mean, that's where me and LeBron James begin and end. Like I said, no fan. Now, I did not take any particular pleasure when the Heat lose the finals, when he lost the first time playing in Miami. When he won, I didn't really care. When he lost the other night, I didn't really care. I didn't care because I was watching Game of Thrones anyway. So.
Okay, all right, Lonice, your reason. Because I'm gonna get back to Prev and I'm gonna rebuttal that.
This is what it is, and it's basically really is what Prev said. I was not a I was not a ginormous fan beforehand. It was kind of one way or the other. I didn't, the whole King James thing, you giving yourself your own nickname and stuff, that's a bit much. But,
whoa. Okay, go ahead.
That's always a bit much. That's always a bit much. Especially, and you've done nothing. Like, you've done nothing. But the decision was really the straw that broke the camel's back. And before you go on the whole, so he was supposed to stay in Cleveland forever and not win? No, that's not. Nobody's saying that.
No, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go that route.
Nobody's saying don't leave Cleveland.
All right.
I'm saying there's a way to leave Cleveland. And what he did was ticky-tacky. Because I'm going to give it to you in this fashion, as I was talking to one of my boys.
Oh, my goodness.
When he was discussing the decision, he was like, it's one thing for you to be like, you going to break up with me? You leaving me? It's another thing to take me on Oprah and tell me you sleeping with my boy.
Nah, hold on. I need to put. I need to.
Completely different thing.
Nah, I need. You.
Okay, first of all,
you want to get in first?
First of all, whatever you want, if you want to sit there and worry about the tackiness of how he left and all that, go ahead and get caught up in that. We all know that in situations you do things a certain way and everything. What we don't know is, and obviously it came out after he left Cleveland, is the relationship he had with the front office of Cleveland. When he left, you saw the nastiness coming from the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it wasn't because of the decision. Nope. It was because of the relationship he had the whole time with the front office. So guess what? I don't give a damn how I leave you. It don't matter. If I know you ain't been treating me well in my relationship, and I take you on Oprah and tell you that I'm leaving you, right. How does Oprah know how you treated me the whole time we were together? So you can get caught up in that. That's fine. People do. It's fine. I'm not mad. Okay, I'm not saying that's wrong. Whatever. The other part of that is, as far as the show they put on with the pep rally and all that, let's act like Shaq has never done that.
Thank you.
Let's act like.
Oh, that's what I said. That's why I said I didn't care about that.
Nobody mentioned anything about that.
The Showtime Lakers have done that before.
Nobody said anything about that. Nope, that was not mentioned in my nor Prev's situation on why people don't like LeBron. Nobody said anything about the show.
It's all relative.
Some other folks have said it, but I said I didn't care about that.
Yeah, that didn't.
What I'm saying
is, you asked why LeBron thought to him.
It's a domino effect.
So I've heard the decision. I've heard that whatever. I'm gonna just go down to number 4. I've heard no reason at all to really actually dislike this guy the way that a lot of people do. This young man has never been arrested. He hasn't been in caught up in any news, any police drama. You ever heard? Maybe when he was in high school coming out, okay, with the Hummer and all that. All right, but we're talking about as a pro, where this guy's where his mind is. As a young guy that young, you know what I mean? Where most people we know aren't on that maturity level. They can handle that stage. I think he's done exceptionally well. The decision. Okay, he does this decision, and a lot of people feel as though it showed him as being very arrogant, very all about him. Okay, let's step back for a second. He didn't go to college. He didn't get the wooing of the recruiters that they do. And when they woo. I mean, they can you woo. They woo it up. They'll have you feeling. And you guys know they'll have you feeling like. You guys know they'll have you feeling like you are the next thing since sliced bread. Okay? He never got that. So
I'm going to counter that one.
Yeah, that's not true.
No, that's not it. That's not what I'm saying. My counter to that is, Deon, how many Division I schools recruited you?
Ooh.
You were woo too, right?
Yeah.
Were you on the cover of ESPN at age 16?
No, absolutely not.
Greatest of all time?
No.
How many of these guys that are being recruited to Kansas and Duke and so on, and a few of them will make the cover, but how many of them are being called the future greatest by ESPN 24/7 national television on the cover of Next? You see what I'm saying?
I understand that, Prev.
There was
I understand
that. Okay. It's not like he hadn't had the attention.
Okay, I understand that. Let me jump
in.
I
heard the argument about, he wanted to be wooed. Hey, dude, you got wooed on a level that most people
never been wooed before. That's exactly
Division I basketball will never
experience. Okay. Wait a second.
Wait a second. As a high school dude.
What? Wait a minute. He didn't ask for that. He just played.
Well,
they did that for him. He never called himself
okay,
King
but
James.
that's called being. But that's when you get wooed. That's so he got wooed.
Well then, okay,
so he got wooed when he first came out. So
right, I can understand that.
So
he did not.
You never asked to be wooed. They give it to you. That's how you wooed.
He earned it. He not earn it though.
Well, I didn't get a problem with him. I don't have a problem with that.
He earned it.
Well, no, I don't have a problem with that. But let's not say he didn't get wooed.
Okay, let's not say that then. Let's not. That's a different way though. That's in a different. That's
ultimate way.
But not everyone. Yeah, that's okay. I understand what you're. No, I understand. Okay, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, and I'll retract. Let me retract a little bit then. Okay, let's say he did get wooed. And there's several other things about the decision. Okay, that whole him being on ESPN, they did that. He didn't ask to be on ESPN. His mother didn't go and say, "Hey, put my son on ESPN." The dude was balling. Okay, Kevin Garnett balled in high school. He didn't go to college. He fresh out of high school.
Point of reference.
But no one hated on him. Why didn't anyone hate Kevin Garnett the way that they hate LeBron James? I don't get it. I don't understand. That's my point. Somebody help me understand that. I don't understand that. The decision, again, he did that decision to help raise money for a charity. All the earnings and proceeds he got went to that charity.
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Do you know what?
Wait a minute, that was Greenwich, Connecticut.
What do you mean?
Greenwich. You ever been to Greenwich?
What's wrong with Greenwich?
That won't go. Whoa, that won't that wasn't the YMCA in downtown Newport News.
But
or
should it
Cleveland
matter?
For that matter, or Anchorage.
I'm just saying.
Does it matter
really
if the kid is in Wisconsin, or is he? It doesn't matter if the kid that receives the benefits. What is that? How does that matter?
That's like starting a scholarship for the Bush kids, you know.
Right.
That doesn't matter.
It does. It's relative. It's relative. You want to make it relative.
How is that relative? The point is,
if you want to make it relative and not relevant, we can make it relative and not relevant. Fine. However,
if we want to say it's all about, he was acting like it was all about him, he would have kept everything. He did not. He did it for a reason. Because
here's part of my problem.
What was the mood in Miami? Let me ask you that.
Not what's the mood in Miami.
How's the mood? The people here are just...
what was the mood in Miami?
They're fine, Prev, because half of their fans are bandwagoners anyway. They don't really care.
Oh, my God.
They didn't know they were actually winning 4 rings and not 3. They're straight. They're straight.
Lonice, you need to stop.
Oh,
that's
my
terrible.
They popped a hammy after game 4 getting off the bandwagon. Stop it.
Okay, first of all, wait a minute. Wait.
Here's what I know. After game 3, I still had posts in my Facebook page talking about, Heat Nation is just one game. It's okay, blah, blah, blah. After game 4, there was tumbleweeds going through the news feed. I couldn't find out one Heat fan.
But what
I
team?
was like, wow.
But what franchise would be glorifying a situation down 3-1 in the last 2 games you got blown out?
No, but they don't give up their fandom.
The Cowboys.
They don't give up their fandom.
Okay, please can I get in here? Please.
Oh, they did, Pete.
No.
Back to the question.
Y'all making this
mood in Miami?
Y'all making this too
close.
First of all, okay, the mood is fine. Everyone understands that the team it was a superior team, man. Like people down here are more so happy that they even had the experience of going for 4 years. Yes, that's just remarkable. I mean, to look forward to that, because I tell you what, there aren't any bandwagoners down here. Because I'm gonna tell you this. The reason why everyone is so excited for the Heat.
The people in Miami are bandwagoners.
The reason why everyone is so excited for the Heat is because the faithful Dolphin fans have been so beaten and tired and just downtrodden the past decades.
Yes.
For decades.
Yes.
So there aren't any bandwagoners. I can assure you that. Now people are hurting. Now people are upset, but they understand that the team that was on the court was not the team that we've been used to seeing. And the Spurs were better. The Spurs were better.
Wait, point of reference. They were better. And it was pseudo a referendum on the East because the East sucks, and with the exception
that's
of
the
Heat
obvious.
and,
That's the obvious.
But here's my thing: how are you okay?
Terrible.
How are you okay with your starters being pulled and there's still 8 minutes in the game? You only down by 16 and it's a finals elimination game. You
Because
they got don't play a lot of basketball.
Don't somebody got to pull them? Who pulled them? Who pulled
Well, the coach pulled them.
Okay, so stop right there. No.
I'm not
Stop
finished.
right there. Stop right
I'm
there.
not finished. No, I'm not, because here's my thing: as a starter. And if you are the greatest and you want to be put on somebody's damn Mount Rushmore, NBA, are you okay being pulled? Are you okay being pulled? No, because coach, guess what? It's 8 minutes and I can put up 16 points in my sleep because I'm that dude. So you're not benching me. I'm turning stuff over. Bump that. All of them was like, okay, we're going to sit here. But then again, that was the same dude before Game 5 that did the pregame interview and was like, oh, it's just basketball. I'm in a good place now in life.
Lonice, you're a hater. It's as simple as that.
Hater.
Dude, where's the heart?
Thank you. Thank you.
What you mean, where's the heart?
Thank you.
Man put up 31. That man put up 31, 10, 5, and 2, and they got blown out by 20 points. Yes. What else do you want him to do?
Exactly.
I wanted him to play to the end of the game. I wanted him and the starters to play to the end of the game. How do you quit with 8 minutes left?
Lonice.
That wasn't quitting.
That ain't what
That's
I
the
know.
point I'm
Lonice.
trying to tell you.
What were the
What
other 13 players doing? Lonice, what were the other 13 players doing?
Deon, I didn't say he said. I said the starters. There's an S on
I'm
the
saying
end
what were the
There's
what
an
was
S on the end of that.
You just put the emphasis on LeBron again.
Thank you.
Because he's supposed to be the leader.
Okay.
Yeah,
The media didn't say
I'm here,
that.
man.
That was
see that there's a
He's taking off his
significant
lady's
difference
cat talking
in
about
the
Rushmore.
degree of dislike here.
I was about to say.
I'm kind of like this much.
It's terrible.
And the other one,
I've never
This
seen
one.
so much hate for a person. I've just never seen this.
He said that.
Third grade behavior.
It's terrible. All I know is, and people need, and I know.
We didn't
Whoa. But I said, Prev, and I know you said you didn't have a problem with this, and I think I couldn't hear most of what you were saying because my connection is terrible, and I'm on my phone, as y'all can see. But let's go ahead and nip this in the bud about the whole playing with 2 draft picks from the same house.
Let's
nip that in the bud, because I told somebody, I said, look, if Michael Jordan got what Akeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler in their prime, that ain't the same as LeBron getting with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And Charles Barkley, Jordan, and Isaiah Thomas got together on the same team. That ain't the same as LeBron and Chris Bosh and Wade. So let's just get off of that. Those guys were special. They were special superstars.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh are stars. At one point, they were superstars, but they are never be what they are now. They would never be what Isaiah, Drexler, and those guys were in their 8th and 9th year in the league.
No. Hey, Pete,
comparison.
You know what, too?
No comparison.
You know what, also, I think that people nowadays need to start. I don't think everyone has embraced the fact that we are not going to have those type of players anymore.
It's not like you said, Lonice. On that end, we were spoiled.
We were, and that's what I'm saying. We're not going to see that anymore.
Era. That was a special era tonight.
It was good time. Which is why now I don't watch the NBA until we get down to the finals.
That's why, and that's exactly the point.
It's painful to watch.
You could build a draft even in the second round. Back in the day, teams then started tanking seasons until the Celtics and the Spurs tanked to get Duncan.
Right.
Never heard of teams tanking seasons because they didn't have to. You can go get a second round draft pick. A lot of the top 50 stars that we said are top 50, a lot of those weren't first round draft picks. A couple of them were free agents. So my point is, forget all this comparison. If Carmelo wants to go to the Heat, let Carmelo go to the Heat. You think the Spurs care? You think the Spurs care? You think the Spurs care that Melo go to the Heat? They be like, we're gonna whip y'all just like we just whipped them.
Well, now what I was gonna say is Carmelo going to Carmelo going to the Heat, other than it just being disgusting for them out that they're just paying to try to get a championship rather than building one. But other than that,
that's the point I'm making.
First of all, Carmelo
that's
Anthony.
The point I'm making. You
wait,
just
no.
counted the point I just said.
No. But other than that, it's Carmelo Anthony is too selfish to go play with the Heat. He's not going to take a pay cut.
I will not, Lonice. I will not let your hate break me tonight. Okay. I will not, because the devil is a liar, and I know that.
I'm talking about Carmelo Anthony now. I'm not even talking about Carmelo Anthony. What are you talking about, Deon? I have completely switched on to Carmelo Anthony and how selfish he is, and that would never work.
And no one dislikes him. No one dislikes him.
Before we get off of it, let me ask this question.
Oh boy.
And I'm just gonna ask the question. So, do you really think that because they got together and won 2 championships that they paid for that championship?
I think the team was bought and not built.
Jeez, Lord,
it's free agency.
Yes, it is free agency.
Did the Celtics do the same thing?
Somebody lay hands on the Lord.
Did the Lakers do the same thing? Kobe's second two titles?
Well, listen, we've addressed that. I've discussed it.
Bellinelli was a free agent. He played for the Spurs. Danny Green was a free agent. He got bought in. Yep. Patty Mills was a free agent. He got bought in.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to see the graph.
No, I'm gonna need you to see beyond what the media is showing you.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
No, Pete. No, Pete, I get that now that's the era that we're in and that's what teams do. But it was a massive trend that just recently started.
No, it's not a massive trend. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Charles Barkley did it and didn't get a ring. Gary Payton did it twice and got one with the Heat. Karl Malone did it with the Lakers and they got beaten 5 by the Pistons.
Karl Malone did.
Teams have been
I remember, but everybody talked about that when they did it. We were like, it was terrible for them to go.
My point is,
the Lakers to try to win a ring. Bless his soul.
Because of the decision, the decision brought more flash
and
to what
the fact
did.
though,
But
and the fact that they were
happening. This has been happening since the early 90s.
But here's the other thing though.
If you want to be honest, it happened since the ABA merger.
But here's the other thing though, when
have mercy.
And all of them, they were doing it. They were at the end of their careers. They were chasing the ring. They were just trying to
Not
get
true.
Not
true.
Easy.
Charles Barkley went to the Phoenix Suns as a free.
Charles Barkley. I used Malone and Gary Payton as my example. I did not say anything about Charles Barkley.
But what difference does it make? They tried. That's all I'm saying. They did.
Okay.
The Celtics just did it 5-6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and people talked about that
original Big Three.
And
the
nobody.
Original Big Three.
No, people talked about that.
The Boston Three Party. The Boston.
Oh yeah, people talked about that too. But, just not on the magnitude because again, the whole decision thing made it all just gaudy for most people.
Oh my God!
Paul Pierce wish he had a decision.
Okay, the concept. This came up at work actually the other day. The concept of the quote unquote draft built or free agent built. And look, the issue isn't LeBron James. It's not Chris Bosh. It's not the Boston Three Party. The way the system was set up after the last CBA. Now, to that end, as the ranking non-NBA person, this factoid here was presented to me about players who are chasing or trying to form these mega teams and why they should or why they shouldn't and why I don't have a problem with them doing it. Mm-hmm. Pete Dukes, sir, how many organizations have won an NBA championship since 1980?
Since 1980, if I had to guess, about 7, 8.
8.
Yep.
8
about
organizations.
7, 8. And I can name them all for you if you want me to, but I won't be a nerd like
I know you can, but we don't have to do that. 8 organizations have won NBA championships
Lakers,
in
Celtics,
34 years.
Bulls.
So what does that say about parity in the NBA?
Spurs.
There is none.
There is none.
That means that bad organizations stay bad and good organizations stay good.
Yeah.
And if you're on a bad team, you have no reason to sit around and wait for management to put a better team around you.
Where do you see it going?
Well, I see these conference. It's just going to be as terrible. It's going to be terrible for the next 3 or 4 years. And the bottom line is, you know why? Because it's not even the essence of talent wise is obvious, right? You can see that there's teams with better role players on these teams in the West. Better players, the stars are more abundant in the West. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of. But guess what? The better coaches are in the West.
Yep.
Remember, Doc Rivers left Boston, went to the Clippers. I told somebody, name the coach of the Raptors. Name the coach of the Wizards. Name the coach of the Bobcats. Name the coach of. I mean, you can't name them.
No.
The Hawks. Who the coach of the Hawks? And these teams made the playoffs. But you can name Doc Rivers. You can, you know what I'm saying? You can name Mark Jackson. You can name Popovich. You can name, you know what I'm saying, Rick Carlisle. These guys have done it. They got pedigree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And give Scott Brooks a little bit of credit, even though we don't coach all.
I like to give Pop some more credit too.
Oh, Popovich is the dude.
I'm like he's
done it 3 different ways with 3 different styles of teams.
Well, he
won 5 championships.
Well, I mean, in terms of my perspective of him, and you know, with all due respect, I'm not the NBA guru, but I like to watch the games. But I noticed something. I remember during the regular season, the media jumped all over Pop. Why are you resting all of these people?
Because he marches.
How do you not playing?
Because he marches.
Because he's got a plan. Yeah,
he marches to the beat of his
he's
own drum, and he doesn't let the media drive. What he never, you can tell that he sticks to the plan.
You know, we're talking about team people wanting to go and hook up with other people. Someone needs to go and fix OKC. That's going to be a mess. That is going to be the next thing that we see, because that's a hot mess. That team has.
You think so?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's a hot mess. That's a hot mess.
Yes, I do.
I do. That's the 4th one.
I think the style of basketball. I think what it is, Deon, is the style of basketball. There's a lot of coaches that can't coach what Pop did, and when you have dynamic players like Westbrook and Durant and James Harden, right? You have all these wing guys that can just, you know, they can play one-on-one and use their athleticism and shoot and all this stuff. You get lazy on how you coach them. You know, it's easy to tell LeBron. It's easy to tell Kevin Durant, dribble the ball down, come off a high screen and shoot the 3. I mean, how much coaching do you have to do? You know how they talk about one thing they always said about the Patriots. I know it's a different animal, but like the Patriots in football. One of the reasons why they win a lot of close games is why, because they look at game situations and play to those and practice those game situations. You can tell OKC don't practice stuff like that.
No,
you can tell Spurs do. You can tell the Spurs do. You can tell.
See, we're talking about practice.
Right, but we're talking about practice. Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Talking about practice.
You got me.
Not a game.
I'm done.
It's all about practice, man.
Yeah,
it's all about practice.
Anything going on in football, man, I'm changing the subject.
Personally, I believe
nothing.
I believe that we are witnessing, as you saw on the Facebook group page, I believe we are witnessing what might be the dumbest holdout in the history of professional.
Oh, Vernon Davis.
Oh yeah.
Who's holding up?
Vernon Davis.
Vernon Davis.
Well.
You supported Vernon No-Show Davis.
But wait a minute. Let me.
You did. He was in.
Let me frame
you were
that.
the advocate for Vernon No-Show Davis.
Vernon No-Show Davis.
Who, me?
You
were.
And as soon as Prev goes, I'll tell you why.
Let me frame that. When I'm at work, there's few things that make me want to put an elbow onto somebody's forehead when I hear someone else across the bulkhead saying, "You signed the contract. Nobody should ever hold out. You signed the contract. You should honor the contract." No, I don't believe that. That'll get me cussing.
Yep.
That'll get you cussing. Okay.
I agree.
That'll get me cussing.
I agree.
But the thing about this is that apparently Vernon Davis hasn't read the tea leaves, and the tea leaves were. Yeah, the tea leaves were, you look at the moves the 49ers have made in regards to their offense. Come on, this team was in the NFC Championship. They're a smash mouth offense. What do? They trade for Stevie Johnson. They re-sign Bolden. They're gonna try. They give the quarterback a new contract.
They're gonna try to get
basically the way I'm reading it is his role was getting ready to be diminished, and when your role is getting ready to be diminished, you don't get salty about the $5 million that you're about to get. You know.
I think Prev, you're on the money with some things. I think they are looking at one or two things. Well, they are looking at these things. He's getting older, and can we find someone else to do what he does? You know, like how much? Yeah, like I mean, Vernon Davis,
like Stevie Johnson in the slot.
Right. I mean, but what I'm saying is Vernon really a powerful blocker? I don't know. Is right. I don't know. I haven't seen film. I don't know.
I mean, basically, Deon, what you're saying is this a complete game tight end? Now, really, not too many of those guys exist.
Because right. Because once
retired.
Yeah, because once you I think once you put the money into your quarterback, you put the money into your receivers, you've got other things in place, and now you know
changing the game plan.
Hey,
right.
Hey, we're going a different route.
Right.
We're going a different route. This is the league. You can go make that contract somewhere else, but we have to put our stock in what we feel like is more important. And right now, you're not that high on the important list.
But you are still. It's not like he's underpaid, but he's saying he is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and debate what is and what isn't underpaid. But the funny part was, he's saying.
Well,
the words he said were kind of like,
Yeah, because
it's not that complicated. I was like, it's kind of complicated.
You're right. Right. And what's how they play out is how we've always seen it. You want to hold out, you can hold out, and I think the CBA is different. You get fined now. You're getting fined now for holding out. You're getting fined now. So
hold out, and now you're not even gonna get your full $5 million you were gonna get.
Right, and in the meantime, you're giving someone else an opportunity.
They take your job for real.
Right. So now you got to figure out what's best for you now, buddy. I mean, hey, go and have a great season, so that way you can now ask for what you want for another
maybe
team.
Somewhere else. It might not be in San Fran, but somewhere else.
They're not going to give you the money, then you got to go play, son. That's it.
Like I said on the Facebook page, man, Sonny Boy better straighten up, or he's gonna wake up and find himself a Raider.
Ooh.
Nah, it might be worse than that. He
could be in Cleveland.
He could be in Jacksonville.
Right now, Cleveland looking better than even. Yeah.
He could be in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Bridgewater.
Hey, Greg.
Who got Bridgewater? Oh, Minnesota got Bridgewater. Who got Jacksonville? I forgot the kid. Same difference.
Come on, Pete.
Before we call it night, anybody been watching World Cup? Come on.
Man, I wanted us to lose so bad.
You were what?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hey man, they did Donovan wrong, man. Now they need him. Look,
that can't be. You gotta edit that one, dog.
They need Donovan. I didn't like the way the coach did Donovan, man.
I didn't either, but
nobody liked it.
Hey.
Nobody.
But now they need him. Now they need him to do the towards hamstring, basically.
They could call him.
Dempsey's face is all. Dempsey's face is crashed in.
Yeah, they could call him. They could.
They need to get that trip going.
They do.
They can call him. In fact, they might want to call him right now.
Exactly.
Look, Skype him.
Exactly.
Look, you can do a Google Hangout with him. I'm just saying, there are options.
He can get on the Double S project. I got you, Donovan. I'm just one for the old school, baby. I got you, Landon. I got you, dog.
Donovan getting paid by the Nelson.
But I will say this: if the U.S. get put out, I'm rooting for Argentina because I love me some Lionel Messi, boy. That dude ain't no taller than a chair over here.
He's 5'4".
That dude is tiny and he is serious.
Did you say no taller than the chair?
Man, he's shorter than me. If you shorter than me, you short.
Well, I like the guy from Italy. I watched the piece on him.
Oh,
Bertinelli.
Yeah.
Bertinelli.
Yeah.
Man. And then look at how he scored on the header. I just think that's phenomenal. I really do.
Forget that. Lionel Messi. That's my dude, boy. Lionel Messi. The magic.
Oh, Lord.
I love it, though. I just love how they go down if they get clipped or something, and they're just
it's like murder, dude. It's like they got murdered.
Yeah.
It's like they're in frying grease.
It's not like the NBA flop.
And then they get up and run. And then
I'm
they
about
get
to
up
say
and
the
go
soccer
full
guys
speed.
looked at Dwayne Wade was like, look at him flop.
Come on, Patty Mills had one. Patty Mills was worse. Patty Mills was worse.
That's not flopping. This is flopping.
See, soccer flopping.
D Wade's was D Wade's was horrible. That was horrible. But Patty Mills was bad too.
But the
D Wade, then you didn't even make contact with the hand.
Floppage.
Soccer, everything is beautiful. Even the flopping is beautiful. Floppage.
They bring the stretcher out for everybody.
And the first time anybody can successfully tell me what the hell stoppage time is, I was personally.
I have no idea.
I can tell you. I can tell you.
Explain it to the Double S Project and all of our.
It's all the wasted time when they change it over and stuff, and they go, it's about 3
minutes of stoppage
3
time.
minutes of stoppage time.
It's a continuous, it's a continuous clock.
Bull crap.
It's a continuous clock, and if someone gets hurt or injured, they don't stop the clock. The clock keeps going.
Yeah, I know.
The celebrations, they don't stop.
How you calculate it, Deon? You're like,
That I do not know the science on.
That's what I'm saying.
Not they don't know. You don't know the science.
They probably sit in the back like, how many minutes we gonna give them a chance to tie this game?
4. And games that's funny. And games have been won in stoppage time.
You right. We won last World Cup.
Yesterday.
One round in the stoppage
time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Well,
y'all go to bed, man. Prev, send me the link when you get a chance, man.
Lonice, go to the corner and think about your actions.
Really?
Think about your actions for the day.
He said go to the corner? Did you really just say that?
She gotta go to the corner, man. She thinking about her.
He sent it to the principal's office early in the show.
I had to write a referral.
You missed it when we started the show.
Sent it to the principal.
He reprimanded me for my behavior.
I gave her a referral, and I gave her in-school suspension. I recommended in-school suspension with a red pen. I wrote the referral.
I thought you was gonna have her on the chalkboard writing, "I will not hate on LeBron ever again." I will not hate on LeBron ever
without valid reason.
She gonna be in detention for a long time. Then, I don't think too many of them sentences are gonna be written.
That's all good.
All right, folks. Till next week, we have no sports. We only have
we got sports, man.
We only have time in between.
Stoppage time.
Yeah, we got stoppage time.
Shout out to the LA Kings hockey. I'm sorry, I had to get that here. All right. I'm mad they won. Anyway.
Yeah, we're Blackhawks.
I know.
Florida Panthers.
They still got it. Never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hampton Roads Admirals. My bad.
There you go. Hampton Roads. Let's do this. I'm with it.
Shout out to
that's all we got.
Shout out to
that and the
That's all we got.
The Tidewater Tides.
No,
it's not the Tidewater Tides.
Y'all are crazy.
The Norfolk Tides now.
The Norfolk Tides. I'm so out of the loop.
You out of the loop, and they changed their colors. It's all good. Everything.
Shout out to the Norfolk Nighthawks if y'all still playing somewhere.
Yes.
Shout out to the football Pilots.
Shout out to AAU basketball in Virginia. That's all we got.
Boo Williams. Get him, Boo Williams.
Boo Williams, baby.
Get him,
Boo, that's all we got, Lonice. We ain't got no D-League team or nothing. We just got Boo Williams.
Boo Williams.
You got some teams in that complex that'll beat some D-League teams.
Yeah,
but should beat some D-League teams.
Yes.
Beat the Sixers tomorrow.
Boys, ball, man. Lord,
beat the land of the misfits.
Man, they beat the Dolphins. All right, peace. I'm out.
Yeah.